We are here at Silicon Valley Comic Con. I'm joined by David Baxter, the VP of Development for Legion M. We are building a fun relationship with you guys each year at Silicon Valley and the talk to you a little bit. First of all, man, thank you for doing the interview.
Oh, it's totally my pleasure. You kidding?
And secondly, congratulations on Mandy.
Well, thank you very, very much. I was the first person to read the script for Mandy, and the first person to go, we gotta do this.
This movie, we do a series of late night horror showings at our state theater, and Mandy, I want to say we had like 200 people show up for it, and watching that on the big screen versus, because I know you were on Shudder, but watching that on a movie screen,
It's the only way to see it.
I was blown away. The transitions from when he's talking to Mandy, the antagonist is talking to Mandy, and that slow fade, and oh god.
No, I mean, the performances, you know, the weird thing is, in that movie, there's a lot of, you don't even know if they're supernatural characters, but everything is sort of off. Except, in a way, Nick Cage, at least at the beginning of this movie, is the most normal person in the whole movie. And then, of course, he goes through this incredible transformation. But yeah, I was really struck by this. And, you know, I had met the director's father, George Clooney, Rambo 2, he was known in the 80s as like the guy who did revenge fantasy movies. And Panos, the Black Rainbow, was just this total head trip. And I was like, oh my god, he wants to do an homage to his dad, but shoot it like he was cool. And every frame is a painting. I really believe it's Nick's best performance. It's adaptation.
It was definitely like his revival into the just movie scene at all, because he had done some fun. He's a hell of an actor, and he had some fun projects. But it had been a little while since we had seen like that Nick Cage movie, and Mandy is like just this complete and utter Nick Cage movie. There's sequences in that film that I was just like, oh god, but Legion M, man, Legion M is a super cool production company. You guys you're totally fan-oriented, getting people involved. Talk a little bit about that.
Sure. Well, the whole idea is, look, the people who consume movies should have some kind of say in what gets made, because they're the consumers. And if they go out, why can't they benefit in some way? So the genius idea of our founders, Paul Scanlon and Jeff Anderson, is, look, there's a new law that's going to allow regular people to invest in release movies. For the last 80 years, it was impossible. So the rich got richer, and everybody else didn't. And shit, what would be a cool kind of company that could combine the best of like Kickstarter, where it's all emotion driven, or people are doing it for t-shirts. Basically, it's because they love the thing that's getting made, and then combine it with a financial reason. So if I'm going to go to the movies, why can't I own a piece of the movies that I'm seeing? So that if I tell my friends to go out and see it, and they see it 40 times, my stock shares will go up.
Yeah.
But more important, and the most important thing that we found out almost immediately was, it's about creating a community of people who truly care about going to the theater, going out with their friends, making an experience. So I've never been involved in a company like this my whole life. I'm a member of the Writers Guild. I'm a producer. I've worked in Hollywood for 25 years as a development executive. And the pleasure that I have in doing development. When we started, we didn't have that many people. So we had to sort of take a best guess of what we thought people would like. We started with Colossal, the Anne Hathaway movie with the giant kaiju. But as time's gone on, Jeff and Paul, they're from Silicon Valley, they figured out different platforms to use in order to find out what our community, which is like 110,000 people now, what they want. So the coolest thing that we've done to date, and in some ways it's made my job easier, is we went to the Sundance Film Festival, and we took every log line. The log line is just like a literature description, put it into a database and asked everybody, what do you think, 2 questions, what do you want to see and what do you think is going to do it? And you know, the first 3, things like I Am Mother, which just came out on Netflix, you know, it was already bought before they returned to Sundance. But there was one movie, Memory, The Origins of Alien, that was like, I made a beeline to see the first screening of it. I'm from Detroit, so I went up to Tom Skerritt, who played Dallas, the captain, and he's from Detroit. I'm like, dude, I love doing this. Can you introduce me to the director? And he did, and you know, Alexandre, Philippe is People versus George Lucas. He did the Alfred Hitchcock shower scene movie. He did Dock of the Dead. The guy's a genius. And the movie was so awesome. And we actually, it's our very first movie that we've acquired and we're distributing. And it's coming out this fall.
And you guys are doing a panel on it this weekend.
We are. So, yeah, actually at 3 o'clock today, there'll be a panel with the director. And there'll also be Tim Baxter, who's the editor of the avant-garde comic called Death. And there's a comic in there that was the inspiration for the chess versus. He's going to talk about it.
That's super.
It's really cool. No, so I hope, you know, if your readers are into horror, thriller, you know, if there's anybody here at the con, please come by.
That's, I mean, that is our forte. We're definitely horror, thriller, science fiction, that kind of audience is who we're reaching. So Alien, I was talking about the Mandy showing. We did Alien like a month after we did Mandy, and that, I mean, that franchise is so iconic for so many reasons.
Thank goodness that Disney is keeping it going.
Yeah,
Ridley is writing a new one now. So I was concerned.
It's really the first hardcore outer space.
Oh, you want to hear a story? So I'm a really old guy. Don't let the hopper in the sea do. I was 15 years old when in 1979 when it came out. I was sitting in the theater watching this thing, and two seats down during the chest burster scene. This guy like projectile vomited. Like he had been eating, you know, he wasn't expecting it, and like there's the food scene. Suddenly, blah! Luckily, there was nobody. There was nobody in front of them. They lucked out.
Yeah.
But you know, that scene is indelibly burned into my brain.
Well, that's one of the things about, you know, both Mandy and Alien, where you have that gross out factor, but it's like that slow burn gross out factor, where he's
really it takes time to get together.
Yeah, versus, you know, you stab someone and then it's in, out, done. That chest bursting scene when he's on the table and he's kind of
well, there's something a term called habituation.
Yeah.
And after seeing something over and over and over, you kind of lose, you're desensitized to it. And one of the things that both of those films did is they had a very, very long lead up. So we had a time to identify and connect to those characters, so that when Nick's going through the pain of losing someone he loves, you feel it. And, you know, heck, the beginning of Alien was just like lots of shots inside the space.
Yeah.
I mean, it took a long time
to get it going.
There wasn't any action until that moment. It was like more than half an hour into the film.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I believe in that, by the way. I think the lazy way is to go for the instant action.
Yeah.
I think the way that you gotta trust your audience to stay with you.
That's when the horror running joke in film school and in the horror genre is the boob.
You got to have a boob by a certain time.
Yeah,
well,
or it's gonna determine how much
boob office
you're gonna be invested. So you see boobs within like the first 10 minutes, you know this is the best part of the film. Versus story and everything else. So Mandy with no boobs right away, you know you're in for more acting, more put together film.
That's a real sad commentary.
But for anybody who's interested in getting involved in Legion Man, what's the best way for them to do that?
The first thing they should do is just go to the website, www.legionm.com. It's Legion, then the letter M. And the reason we're called Legion M is what we want to do is we want to unite a million fans. It's actually an M with a bar over it, which is the Roman numeral for a million. So come down to the website, check it out. You can join for free, become part of the community. If you actually want to invest and be able to rightly say, hey, I'm a part owner in these films. We do have rounds where you can buy shares. The minimum is $100 to invest. The shares are around $10. About $10 now. It started at $7. So the people who first invested at $7 a share, could sell their shares and make a 30% profit, which is a heck of a lot better than putting in a savings account. So, but nobody seems to want to sell their shares. Listen, we're trying to open the doors of Hollywood, get people a chance to get a sense of what things are. We involve people in development. So, for instance, right over here we've got a comic book that we did, which is based on a screenplay. It's called The Girl with No Name. We did a Kickstarter. Our goal was to raise $6,000. We raised $150,000. And one of the perks that we put in was you can have a development meeting with our company. And we've had 3 development meetings. And I gotta tell you, some of the stuff that we're doing is really good. So it's a chance for people who otherwise couldn't break through. So there's the creatives who do it, there's the people who just love movies. But yeah, go to the website, you'll see the stuff that we've done. There's lots of FAQs.
Check out all of that stuff.
Oh, we've got the extra Mandy on sale now.
Really?
Yes, and it's all signed with certificates of authenticity signed by the director. It's in our store online. Join the Legion.
Very cool. Thank you, buddy.
And am I
sure? Yeah. Okay. So now we're joined by Alexandre Philippe. He is the director of Memory, the documentary that is chronicling the origin story of one of the greatest franchises of all time, Alien. We're the horrific network, so obviously very dear and sentimental to our hearts.
Yes.
But I mean, if you are a fan of documentaries and cinematic documentaries, The People versus George Lucas, the Hitchcock documentary that you put together, so we are very excited for you to be covering this genre, or this franchise, I should say. What was it, man, that drew you to do an Alien documentary?
Well, I mean, actually, right after 78 52, the Psycho, the shower scene doc that I did, I became very interested in the chestburster scene. Naturally, kind of as a follow-up. But then very quickly you realize that you can't sort of treat it in the same way. You can't deconstruct the chestburster scene in the same way as the Psycho shower scene. So, I kind of shifted my focus and started looking at it mythologically, looking at Alien, the original Alien very specifically. As a piece that resonated, I think, with audiences on a mythic level. And so Memory it's an origin story, but it's an origin story that goes way, way back into ancient Greek and Egyptian mythologies as well.
It's interesting that you are tapping into that, because they definitely went back to Prometheus and all that, and got into that kind of stuff. So when you decided to do this, were you able to get together with a lot of the original cast and crew?
Quite a few of the original cast and crew. Although Ridley is not a part of it, in a way, because Memory is about this amazing symbiosis between Dan O'Bannon and H.R. Giger and Ridley Scott. With 2 of them being gone, in retrospect it's better that he's not didn't get to chime in, because it's more of a sort of film essay about those 3. But we do know that he gave us a thumbs up and is everybody at Scott seems to love the film, so that's great. We're very happy. But there is some archival footage of Ridley in the film.
Right on. Were you in this process? How long did it take you to put it together?
This one came together pretty quickly, actually. Certainly by my standards, about a year and a half. Compared to 7852, which was about 3 years. So Jordan Christian was closer to 4 years.
And we're in guests that have come on our show or studying documentary in school right now.
Yeah.
It seems like that is a process where if you're making this a narrative, you have your crew together, you're storyboarding, you're going, and then you're choosing however you want to film it, narratively, or some here, some there. Documentary seems to be your forte. Do you enjoy taking bits and pieces and putting it together like a puzzle?
Yeah, I mean, it's, you still have to come in with a very clear sort of intent and structure. Now the structure can change in documentary filmmaking because you're dealing with your life. But I'm one of the few, doc filmmakers out there who actually writes a screenplay before we go into the edit. For me, it really has to work on the page before it can work on the screen, Yeah. So I think my process is a little bit different, but you're absolutely right. I mean, at the end of the day, you're still putting together this sort of giant puzzle, and sometimes the puzzle gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and you're trying to make it all fit. Because there's 100 different ways you can make a movie about aliens. There's so many stories within that story. But once I zeroed in on the mythology of it, that was my narrative focus.
How did you guys look up Legion M? Because Legion M is such a for the people company. Alien is a franchise that's loved by so many. It's like a perfect marriage.
It's a match made in heaven, absolutely. And they actually came to us at Sundance. I know we came on their radar because the fans had voted Memory as one of the top films they wanted to see released. One of the top Sundance films they wanted to see released. So they came to see it, loved the film, and the next day we had breakfast, and the rest is history.
You got some panels this weekend. We're excited to check it out.
Yeah, this afternoon.
Where, because I know the official release is next month.
I believe so. I think it might be October. I don't know. Early October.
Are you guys gonna do any kind of how are you gonna distribute it? Legion M's gonna distribute it digitally, hard copy, all that good stuff.
There's gonna be a theatrical run. There's gonna be VOD. There's going to be Blu-ray release. All kinds of stuff.
Right on, man. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Awesome to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Check out Memory when it comes out.
Right.
It's gonna be a good one. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.